Welcome to the True North Racing Podcast, your go-to show for all things racing from coast to coast. We're here to chat with your favorite racers and bring you the latest from the world of short track racing. Hosted by John Morrison and Brandon Feeney. Get ready for fast cars, big personalities, and all the racing action you can handle. Ready? Green, green, green.
This week's Driving with Hailey Vehicle Spotlight is the 2022 Kia Telluride SX, a perfect blend of power, luxury, and advanced technology. Under the hood, you'll find a 3.8-liter V6 engine paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive, giving you confidence in any condition. The exterior shines with LED headlights, daytime running lights, fog lights, 20-inch alloy wheels, a power sunroof, a smart power liftgate, and sleek body color trim with chrome accents. Inside, you'll find a premium experience, leather seating, ventilated and heated front seats, heated second row captain's chairs, a heated steering wheel, and tri-zone automatic climate control. Technology is front and center with a 10.25-inch multimedia interface, integrated navigation, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto, a head-up display, a 10-speaker Harman Kardon premium sound system, wireless phone charging, and a 7-inch Supervision LCD cluster. For safety, you're covered with forward collision avoidance assist, blind view monitor, lane keep and lane follow assist, rear cross traffic collision avoidance, safe exit assist, parking distance warning, rear view camera, and smart cruise control with stop and go. You'll also love features like the keyless entry, push button start, USB charging ports in all rows, power adjustable front seats, and 60/40 split folding third row. Looking to get a new ride today? Doesn't matter if you got good credit or bad credit, Hailey can help you drive away in something reliable and ready to roll. Reach out today by giving her a call at 289-808-2828, or you can email her at hchill@bayking.ca. Also connect with her on Facebook and Instagram. Just search Driving with Hailey. Now let's get into this week's episode of the True North Racing Podcast presented by Driving with Hailey. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the True North Racing Podcast presented by Driving with Hailey. I'm your host, John Morrison. We are jumping right into our DJD Gear guest segment presented by DJD Graphics. We are being joined by Chris. How are you doing, man? I don't know how do you say your last name, and I want to be. I should have asked this before we started recording.
My last name is Pinder.
Pinder. See, I was going Pinder. I don't know why, but that's what I thought.
That happens sometimes.
Anyways, man, how's your weekend? What have you been up to?
Honestly, this weekend has been nothing but prepping the car, getting it ready to go. I spent Friday night and all day yesterday just stripping parts off the two parts cars I have in the back. That way I know I have everything I could need if something breaks. Short of cooking a motor or a transmission, I think I have every part I could possibly bring.
Holy.
Yeah.
You're about to embark on, some might say, the dumbest week possible. Some may say the greatest week ever. Now, it depends on who you are. You're going to be on either end of the spectrum here of this. But you are going to be competing in 4 races in 4 days. And I'm going to peg that your total driving distance between from home down to Southern Ontario and then back up is going to surpass 2,500 kilometers.
I figured around 2,000, so I think we're both in the same ballpark.
Thursday night, you're running Laird Raceway.
Yep.
And then, so what's the game? Okay, so this is the logistic of this is what one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you on here, because it is outstanding in my opinion. So you're going to be running Laird on Thursday night, and for anyone listening who doesn't know where Laird is, it is just, I believe, south of Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah, it's about 15 minutes south of town.
And it's we talked to a few drivers last year from Laird Raceway, and you're going to run there, then you're going to make the trip from Laird all the way down to Delaware for Friday night's mini stock invitational. From there, you're going to make your way on Saturday over to Peterborough to go run the Peterborough's mini stock special, and then Sunday you're gonna wrap it up at, or on Sunday you're gonna wrap it up at sunset with the Sunday portion from Spring Velocity, um, and then of course you're gonna go back home. What made you think this was like, I'm gonna do this?
So I wanted to come down there and run a couple races in one weekend. That was my plan this summer because we race once a week here. I don't have the option of just jumping to another track and going to run 2 hours away. So I said, okay, I'll go down south and I'll try and run two races one weekend. And then I saw Cam K put on Facebook, is anyone going to run the triple header? And I'm like, well, that'd be cool. I'd like to do that. And then I'm like, well, mine would be four in a row, not a triple header if I did this. Let's try it. Why not?
See, and that's
Go ahead.
obviously, with that being said, like, you're right. Like Cam, we were having the triple header going on this weekend. Um, we the double was already established well early in the season, and now the triple, because of the Spring Velocity Sunday being pushed to um this weekend, it made a triple header. But obviously with Laird, you guys are unique because you guys are actually run on Thursday nights. Um, so
Yeah. I
what
love running on Thursdays. I love it.
that's what I've heard.
All day you're at work and you're like, man, we get to go racing tonight. Yeah, let's do it. And then me and the guys, because my family has their own construction company and most of my crew is some of the employees that work for us. So we're getting all amped up all day long and we're like hustling to get the work done so we can get at the track in time and get some practice in.
For anyone who doesn't know, why don't you give us a little bit of background on Laird? For anyone who hasn't listened to the program, in the past year since the last time we talked to anyone from Laird.
So Laird's a 3rd mile oval. It's located in Echo Bay, which is about 15 minutes south of Sault Ste. Marie. It's a relatively flat track. Very fast. Turn 1 and 2 and turn 3 and 4 are polar opposites. So you could set your car up for one turn and then it'd be terrible in the other one. It's a super fun track. I don't know what the right word is for it. The environment in the pits is so healthy compared to any other track I've been at. Everyone's friendly. Everyone's there to help you. There's no fighting. We're all getting along. Like, I can't say enough of how much I love racing there.
Laird, I've wanted to make the trip. I really have. Unfortunately, just some other things have come up, and it's really tough for me to make up a Thursday, especially to make it up on a Thursday, because I'm down in about Brampton area. So that's a long. I think I checked it. It was like 6 hour drive.
Yeah, you'd probably be 7 by the time you got here.
Yeah, add in a couple of pit stops, right? Like,
Yep.
So
Why don't you come up for the Mike Parsons Memorial?
That's what, August 23rd, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I've now booked a race actually for that weekend.
Can I change your mind?
No, because me and Cam are actually going to Flamborough that day.
Okay.
That's the only problem. You know what? I said I was gonna make a plan for this year to go. I think next year I gotta work it out, and I'm gonna make an attempt to sit down with my wife and actually plan out to come up to Laird for the memorial race at the end of the season, because one, you guys, it's a looks like a fantastic facility. Uh, Rita, the entire team there, looks like they do a great job with it week after week for you guys, and it just looks like fun. It looks like a good time to have by all. Man.
It's so fun. I'll make a deal with you.
Okay.
If you come up for the Mike Parsons Memorial next year, we'll give you an enduro car to run. So we treat enduros kind of similar to you guys treat bone stocks.
Yeah.
Where it's your entry level in, anyone can run it, but it's still treated like an enduro race where there's no cautions and just chaos.
Yeah.
That's how I started last year, and like, it's so fun. I still run them every week now.
You know what? That's the first time I've ever been offered a ride.
Yeah, man.
On the program. You know what? That may have just sweetened the pot just a little bit for my wife to let me to go up next year. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? But we'll continue conversations over the winter, and that way I can actually get something planned out as well. Um,
Perfect.
Now you're gonna be like I said, we've talked about this before. Actually, we got to take it all the way back to the beginning here. How did you get involved in racing?
Okay, so I kind of went over the questions I thought you were going to ask. I've loved racing since I was a kid. I remember like every Sunday, the whole family, as long as I can remember, we would sit down, we would watch the NASCAR race, we'd watch the Busch Series race, we'd watch the trucks when they came out, we'd watch everything, and I loved it. Um, as I grew up, I kept watching any kind of series of racing, and then when Flow came out and I could see more, it was even better. So in 2024, the first three races of the year, I just started dating a girl and she liked watching the racing too. So we went out to Laird and watched the first three races. And then on the second night, she's like, well, you could do this. And I'm like, I don't have time to do this. Then on the third night, she's like, well, look at those enduro cars. How long would it take you to build one of those? I'm like, I don't know, 2 or 3 nights. She's like, just do it. So I did it. We went out on a Monday. We found like the first car we could find on Kijiji. It was a Mazda 3. It was still on the road. The guy had plates on it. Me and one of the guys from work, we test drove the thing, like, okay, we'll take it. That night, we started stripping the car. I had no idea how to build a roll cage. I had no idea what I was getting into. Man, it was such a fun adventure. And then, like, I remember Thursday, it was 5 o'clock, and we have to be at driver's meeting for 6. We're
Oh
screwing,
boy.
we're screwing a piece of Lexan into the windshield just to get something in there. And we went out, we ran fifth. Like, we didn't do terrible. And I remember sitting there waiting to go on the track. And like my heart was beating out of its chest. And as soon as you cross on, you get on the track, it all goes away. And it's the
Yep.
best feeling in the world.
Nothing ever replicates it.
Nothing. You can't explain it to someone.
No, you really can't. And it's great that because it's such a you're waiting. It's that anxiousness of going on the track. But then I like once you roll out onto it, it's like doesn't matter what's going on in your life. Doesn't matter what's happened or what's going on. It's it leaves you.
Everything's gone.
Right.
You,
Until
you,
you cross that checker flag and you pull off that track for those 30 laps, 20 laps, whatever it is, the world just goes away.
yeah. And like we're really busy with our business. So to get that break of nothing in the world's bothering you is the biggest relief. And now I get that relief now when I even like just drive into the track,
Yeah.
everything just goes away.
Oh, that's even better. That's the best feeling you could ever ask for.
Yeah.
To be fair, I've never had that happen to me yet.
Because you're working at the track.
I'm always
You're still giving her.
that's exactly it. I haven't actually and even last night because I was there with Brandon Feeney at Peterborough. He goes, "Oh, you can actually sit down and watch racing." I can tell you this much: my shirt was drenched because I want to say six or seven videos from the heat races alone, from the second round of heat races of different bone stocks, different super stocks, hot rod, like all the different classes except for the Outlaw midgets that were there. I got a video with a minimum of 2 videos from every other division.
You couldn't just sit and enjoy it.
I could not just sit and enjoy it. I think the only one I actually got to sit and enjoy was the modified feature at the end of the night.
Those Oscar modifieds, they're way different than what we run here.
Yes.
Like completely different. I was like shocked when I saw them for the first time.
Yeah, they're a different animal.
Yeah.
Um,
Because what do they weigh? 20. It's super light.
man, I wish Feeney was here right now. He'd be able to tell me.
Okay.
I think it's like 2,200. Someone's gonna tell me, he's like, John, you're an idiot, and that's okay. I'm honest. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, like they're so lightweight. They're fast as hell. They got a 602 crate in it. That's pretty much, and they're I think Yeah, because you guys are because those your modifieds are run more consistent with the modifieds out of Michigan.
Yes.
Yeah, because you guys are able to go to Michigan a lot easier than a lot of our guys are. And yeah, because I think Jonathan, because we had Jonathan Patrick on here last year. I think the closest track in America was like an hour and a half, 2 hour drive for him.
So we have Kinross just over the border in it'd be Kinross, Michigan, but it's like 15 minutes south of Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of guys run Laird and Kinross together. And the modifieds meet the rules for both.
See, I like it when even two different countries can get ruled packages that work together.
That was the hard part with building this mini stock.
Yeah.
So that's the twist to this whole 4 race thing that no one's talking about. Laird has a rule that we have to run single overhead cams.
Okay.
So my Mazda originally was a dual overhead cam car, but it was a 2.3 liter, and the Ford 2.3 single overheads match up to that. So Thursday night, we have to swap the heads on the car.
Okay, so now that we know this, which makes it even better, what's that going to take for you guys to get all the switched over to compete down here?
Other than that, there's not much to switch over. I have a tune written for the single overhead car and a tune written for when I'm running duals, and we're getting pretty good at it. Perfect. Like it'll probably take us an hour and a half, 2 hours, and we'll be done.
That's even better. That's not okay. That's not terrible.
No, we've torn this car apart so many times that we're getting really good at it.
You know what? I never know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's a good thing. The group of guys that I have doing this with me, we're not a race team. We're not pros by any means. We're just a bunch of buddies who are having a blast doing it. So the one guy that's going to be driving the truck on Friday, he's going to go home to bed, and then the rest of us will be in the shop switching the car over, putting some fresh tires on it.
Okay, so that's not bad at all.
No.
How many guys are you going to be bringing with you actually coming down this way?
So my main guy is Dane Lorenzo. He runs the Enduros here, and like he is the best crew member you could ever imagine. He's not able to come this weekend, which is like, kind of like, So Martin Valakat, he's at the track with us every week. My dad's coming. My daughter's coming. My girlfriend Cheryl's coming. I think my mom's going to come. And then I'm waiting to hear if Dylan Connolly, who's another racer from Laird, is going to come with us.
There you go. That's not bad.
We're a ragtag group. We figure it out though.
But you know what? That's usually the best kind as well.
I wouldn't change it for anything.
No, I wouldn't either. Like if you got a good group of people, to me, it doesn't matter how quick you are on the track. If you don't have a good group of people behind you who can sit there, you guys have a drink a beer after the race or a few, and enjoy yourselves, then you're with the wrong group.
Yeah, I see a lot of at Laird, not so much, but when I leave town and race, a lot of them have like taken the grassroots and the fun out of this. And it's so fun if you just sit back and enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
But that being said, I do think we have some speed in this little car now.
So when you come down so Thursday, you're running a 3rd mile. Friday, you're going to be running a 1/2 mile. Have you watched any footage to have an idea?
I have, and Delaware is the one that's scaring me.
Okay.
Because I don't think I have the gearing right. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to shift every lap, and it's going to kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what speed they're entering the corners at because I've watched videos of the bone stocks running at Delaware, but I know we're going to be running a lot faster.
Yeah.
So we're just going to make do with what we have. I can't raise the rev limiter any higher than I have at her, or else she's just going to go bang.
That's the only. I mean, we don't want that either because that would kill the fun for the weekend.
Right.
Obviously with Delaware, you're right. Like I think the only thing I've done is really like I've driven on Delaware. So I can tell you this much. If you go back through my videos, don't go watch my video at Delaware. Okay.
Well, I'm definitely doing it now.
I spin. Okay. Don't go watch that. It's bad. I got bad form. I got bad at everything. People, I got told I was doing a little bit better. I think they were just lying to me to be nice to me. Um, but if you go watch our one of our recent videos, we actually went down with Jennifer Hatch in the bone stocks there.
Yep.
So you're able to actually go watch in cars as well there and see. Even, I always say in car is the best thing you can watch. You have an idea where everyone's lifting off, everyone's braking points, um, and you might be able to get a better idea of how the track drives.
I've found a few people's in cars
There
from the
you go.
track, and I've been watching it. Delaware, my goal is to survive.
Yeah.
Finish on the lead lap, have a good race. If it's fast, great. If it's not, oh well. Peterborough, I feel, is my best shot to have a really good run.
And
I
we're
think
gonna
it's
make
the most similar to our track at home, and I'm a winning car at home. So
there you go. And let's talk about moving on. So I want to backtrack just a little bit here.
yeah,
So once you guys get the single overhead cam switch to the dual overhead cam, what time are you guys expecting to leave on Friday to make it to the track?
I don't know. Probably me and Martin will hit the road 5, 6 a.m.
Okay.
And I think my dad and daughter are jumping in the truck with us.
What's the for anyone who's because like for me to go to Delaware is about 2.5 hours. What is the drive time for you to get from your house to Delaware? I wanted to hear this number.
So we'll be 7 to 7.5.
Okay, that's not terrible.
So it could be shorter if we went through the states, but they've
Yep.
changed the rules with bringing cars over the border. So I don't want to end up in a situation where I wait at the bridge, get to the border, wait there for 45 minutes, find out we can't bring the car over, turn around, and then take the Canadian way anyway.
Yeah.
So we're just going to come through Canada.
You know what? That's understandable. It sucks that you would have to do that, but um even still 7.5 hours, and you're probably going to throw another break in there, I guess, to
No.
on the way. No, you're just going to straight drive it.
We made the mistake. We went and ran Sunset in the spring. Just my
Yep.
girlfriend and I threw the car in the trailer. We're like, we'll go try it out. I hadn't raced it yet as a mini stock, and we didn't leave early enough, and I missed practice. So I don't want to make that mistake again.
You know what? That's understandable. Very understandable.
Yeah.
So still, like, the one thing I really hope is that I do want to see how this journey unfolds for you guys. I just saw that you were thinking of you're going to record some behind the scenes stuff to put together a video of kind of like how the weekend went. I am looking forward to seeing how that goes and how the behind the scenes stuff goes. But after you're done at Delaware on Friday night, are you guys going to camp out at the track on Friday night, or are you guys going to start making your way to Peterborough throughout the night?
So in a perfect world, I would have liked to camp out at the track and stayed there, but we don't have a way to pull a trailer.
Okay.
And then we have, let's say, 7 of us or 8 of us there.
Yeah.
We're going to need a pretty big trailer to fit all of us. So we're going to stay in a hotel near London on Friday night,
Okay.
and then wake up early, drive to Peterborough, make sure we make practice, then stay in Peterborough Saturday night, and then Barrie on Sunday.
I gotta take a look at this now because I want to see when, because pit gates open at 2 o'clock at Peterborough next Saturday. So it's even still like, because that's going to be another at least 5 hour drive, I think.
I think it's 3. I looked at
Yeah.
it, about 3.
Are you guys going to take the 407 across
Yeah.
there? Yeah. Smart move.
I'll pay the $40. It's fine, man.
I don't blame you.
We're spending how many $1,000s on fuel? Like we could spend the $40 on the 407.
So obviously going over to Peterborough on the Saturday, it is it's announced it is the Canada's toughest 3rd mile oval. People, have you seen videos at least from Peterborough as well, just to have an idea?
Yeah, so it might be Canada's toughest 3rd-mile oval, but
Oh.
Laird is Canada's fastest 3rd-mile oval. We have the record. I believe we still do.
I was gonna say, I think you guys still hold the record for it.
So I'm not too worried. I'm feeling like pretty confident about Peterborough.
Yeah. Uh, all I know is that turn one, depending on who you ask, is one of the toughest corners to ever make at a facility.
I'll let
That's
you
what I've
know
heard.
next week.
That's what I've heard. And of course we're going to be running back this conversation um uh afterwards to kind of break down how the week went, right? So we're going to be able to talk about how it plays out for you. I do know there's a lot of speed. I was watching a modified last night. Oh,
Oh, I didn't move long enough. My motion lights went off. Hold on.
I was like, oh no, Chris went dark.
I'm in my office, and if you don't move quick enough, the lights
Ah,
go out.
it's all good, man. It happens. Um, I was watching a modified last night, and from the center off, it just looked like his foot was to the floor, and he just drove away from everyone. It was unreal. I've never seen a car do that before. Um,
That's the goal. That's how you're trying to set your
well,
car up for, right?
that's exactly it. From center off, you just want to just put it to the floor and just go. You just want to be able to turn. Uh, but obviously, going to Peterborough, what are your expectations going into Peterborough?
Uh, all right, screw it. I'll sound cocky. My expectations are to win. I'm
That's what I
going there to
want.
win. Yeah, man. Like, it's similar to home. My car can win any night on home, given the right at home in the right circumstances.
Yeah.
I'm going to Peterborough to win. And like I said, that my goal is to survive Laird, survive Delaware, and I want to win at Peterborough.
That's all. You know what? It's great when you have an attitude. I like it. I really do because it. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Dr. Pepper Zero is getting to me here now.
You're good,
Uh,
man.
but that's what we want. I kind of want to see that for you guys to get a little cocky about how you guys are feeling going into a race. Uh,
We're the
and
nobodies from Northern Ontario. We want to come up there and win, or come down there. Sorry.
but that's what we want to see. We want to see someone come out of nowhere, and I'd love to see someone that we don't normally see go out and win. I'm that kind of person that like really likes to see someone step out, go like, "Hey, I'm gonna whoop your ass." Prove it.
And like the last time we were down south at Sunset with that Mazda, it was slow.
Yeah.
It was real slow. And that was kind of like, okay, get it back in the shop, rip this thing apart. We're going back to the drawing board. Let's figure it out.
And obviously you guys have figured some things out since then, right?
Yeah. So I was running about 18 threes at Laird back then. And that was like a third or fourth place car. Right now, I could put down a 17-1.
Damn.
So I've taken quite a bit of time off my. Yeah.
Jesus. That's what we want. You want to get faster, right? Like that's the goal of it.
Part of it's me, part of it's the car, right?
Exactly. You got to find the blend between the two of you as well.
I'm still technically a rookie this year, so
Oh man, I'm loving this.
yeah, it's a good time, man.
Oh yeah. Hey, if you get to do what you love, is it ever a bad day?
No, there isn't. I fell completely in love with the sport. Like the whole sport itself, everything about it is great. Like
It really is. Like it's racing. I've always said racing is just one of those sports that if you don't know, you'll never know. But if you know, you know why you're hooked.
yeah. Like I get bad, like I'll romanticize it sometimes where it's like everything's super cool, everything's a big moment, and it's like you were just guys in a chunk of metal going around a track.
Right? Like we're so different. And also I find it's completely different now than obviously what it was 20 years ago. Um like it's weird for me to say that I've almost been about 15 years involved in racing. Uh, Good Lord.
I
Sorry, I
know.
don't know if you could hear that, but my dogs were just going nuts there.
I couldn't hear his thing.
Uh,
You got
I
you got a good
I
mic.
I love this microphone because I can hear it clear as day. because I can hear myself, so I can hear the dogs going off. But for some reason, it never picks up in the mic, which I'm not complaining, but I sound stupid 90% of the time when I talk about something, and they're like, "We didn't hear anything." I'm like, "Oh, okay, here we go."
A few of the guys I race have those fancy mics like that, and the same thing. They'll freak out, like, "Quiet down! Did you hear that?" I'm like, "We didn't hear a thing, man."
Oh man, I think I paid like for this mic itself. I think I paid like $80 for it 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
you can't even get it on Amazon anymore.
I'll buy it off you for $80.
I love using it. The arm can't go. I mean, even though I'm done with the podcast here soon, the arm can't go because my wife said I wasn't allowed to buy anything else for the podcast last year. So after the wedding, and I think like 2 weeks after the wedding, I went and bought this new arm. And I said, I'm like, you said after the wedding I wasn't allowed to buy anything before, but after the wedding, it's I was free game.
That's awesome. Good job, man.
Sometimes you just got to play the cards right, in my opinion.
100%.
If the wife says wait, you wait. But then if she gives you a deadline, as soon as that deadline hits, boom, go with it.
Yes. I wouldn't know. I can't keep it. This is the longest I've ever been with a girl, and we still don't live together. So.
Oh man. Uh, Obviously, then going from Peterborough up to Sunset for the Sunday race. Uh, it's essentially it's four different tracks, four different. Um, to me, it's gonna be four. It's four different tracks, four different styles. And the closest one you're gonna compete on is gonna be Peterborough, compared to Laird. Going to Sunset, where are you hoping for from there on this Sunday?
So my goal for Sunset is to finish on the lead lap. I'm being realistic. From what I've seen and what I've done, Sunset is the toughest mini stock racing there is, like by far. And if I can go out there and finish on the lead lap, I consider that a win.
You know what? Ain't nothing wrong with that because you're right. Like, Sunset has some of the best mini stock racers. You got Blaze Shaw in the 81. You got the reigning champ Jacob Sutcliffe. Wyatt Sutcliffe's been up there all year long. Uh, it's a great group of racers there. You never know what you got Doug Butler as well. You never know who's going to end up on the podium at the end of the night.
But you never know who's going to wreck. So
And that too.
I'm not saying we don't have a shot.
And that's the thing too. I think that's the craziest part about this whole deal for you, in my opinion, is that it's four races in 4 days. Even if you get into a minor wreck, there's not a lot of room for error. Um, Essentially, the best thing about it is going to be just putting it on the trailer every night in one piece, and how just essentially next day it's just the nut and bolt check, no nut and bolt check, air pressures, and go racing.
So we're saying this, and like that's my mentality is that it's going to be make the car survive. Let's do this. I'm going to cross onto that track, and I already know in my head all that's out the window.
Yeah.
I'm out there to race.
And that's the other thing too one thing I've always said is that you drivers are a weird bunch because we can have this nice conversation right now, but I know damn well if I come up to you and that visor is down, I'm gonna get a different side of Chris that no one else sees.
100%.
Because I know how you guys act.
I'll get like I don't put the visor down as a weird thing about me.
Yeah.
I run with the visor up the whole race. And but as soon as I cross over onto the track, I'm a different person. I know I am. So the first race at Laird this year, like I won both heats and my feature, and then the last race of the night is the Enduros. It's 15 lap sprint, no cautions, give everything you got. Oh. So they start me at the back, and then they start the other car I own that Dane drives, him in the front. So he's in the Dynaco car with the big spoiler on the back, painted just like Dynaco, and I'm in Lightning McQueen catching him. So I am driving this car as hard as I can. and I get to him. And in my head, I never clued in, like, don't pass him. Don't pass him. This is your best friend, your crew member, and it's going to be his first win. I am doing everything I can to get to him. And then ended up getting caught in traffic, and we finished just like bumper to bumper, 1-2. He won his first race.
Oh, that's awesome.
In the pits afterwards, I'm like, good thing I didn't catch him. I would have wrecked him.
That is why every driver will always say, I'll wreck my own grandma to win a race. This is why. You guys will, for whatever, you'll wreck, even if you have a newborn, you'd wreck it just to win a race. I know everyone who would sit here and tell me, John, you're an idiot, you're wrong. No, I know how you guys are.
I look back at that Tony Stewart click where it's like, I'll wreck my mom to win a race. I'll wreck your mom. I don't care.
The 2011 there with Carl Edwards. Yes. Oh my God. That, to be fair, I still say that was one of the best promotional weeks for NASCAR.
You look back on what Tony was saying on the mic, and it was unbelievable for the sport.
Right? He just a different breed in general.
I remember when he was talking in one of the press conferences, and he was talking about turning it into a figure eight, and Dale Jr. is just sitting beside him giggling like, you can't make that stuff up.
You can't. I don't know what his issue was by any means, but he was that guy who always just brought I don't know what he always just had such a different comedy relief, but it was the best thing ever.
100%. I was always a Tony fan.
How could you also not go against between him and Joey Logano at Fontana.
But no one was a Joey Logano fan then.
Right? And but I look at that and he goes, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to bust his ass.
All right. Thanks, Tony.
Yeah, no problem. Like, I can hear certain clips from him and you just know it's gold.
Yes.
It's always gold. And again, that's the one thing I've always said. We need personalities like that in racing. We need guys who aren't afraid to say stuff. We need guys who are here to have a good time, because that's what you guys are doing. You guys are having a good time. You're entertaining yourselves. You're entertaining others. You got to have fun.
Yes.
Can't be serious all the time. You got to have fun.
And this sport is so fun if you just let it be fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're going to wreck some nights. Parts are going to break. It's part of it.
Yep.
Make sure you have a good group of guys in the shop with you and you guys are drinking beers, fixing the car the next day.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I don't know about you guys, because like you guys have weekends available.
Because you run on Thursdays. It's great.
I get it. You guys have it easy. Friday night. Oh yeah, let's go fix the car. You still have all weekend.
You have all weekend to fix the car. It's the perfect idea.
I love it. Oh yeah, my Lord. Before you forget, I want to get into our Tailor to You medium design fan question period. As you saw earlier today that we announced on Joe Media and Promotion Socials that you were going to be joining us on the podcast. We got 7 questions for you. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, we're going to kick it off with Nicole Gibbons on Facebook. She goes, what track are you most looking forward to?
I'm definitely most looking forward to Peterborough. That's where the gloves are coming off, and I'm going to try and put that thing in the front.
That's a good answer. We also got one from Dylan Connolly. Who got you into racing / convinced you to get the real adrenaline feeling behind a race car?
So I think Dylan set himself up for that question. So it was my girlfriend in the stands telling me to do it. And Dylan was running the Enduros at the time and the track champion. And like, he was outrunning, he was lapping the entire field. So he's the one that like helped me get the car like set up to where it has to be and gave me one of the pushes to actually do it. And we work on both our cars together all the time. His modifieds in our shop all the time. I help him build that. Like, we're having a blast doing this together. Because 3 years ago, neither of us had ever been in a race car. And now we're out there winning races. Like, it's pretty cool.
That's the best thing. That's the best thing ever, though.
Yeah. To have like three of us in there winning in our divisions, coming out of this shop of a group of guys who knows nothing about, like, there's guys been doing this for 30 years. We're beating and we're like, I don't know what we figured out here.
You know what? If you figure out something, you figure out something. And there's nothing wrong with it.
There's sometimes I'll look at Dane and be like, I want to try this. And he's like a licensed mechanic. He'll give me a look like, it's never going to work. I'd say 50% of the time it works.
I was about to say, there's no harm in trying it on a practice.
Yep.
But if it doesn't work in practice, don't try it on race day.
You don't know if you just went too far with it. Maybe a little bit of it worked.
Yeah. And that's where adjustments help you. If you make small adjustments, you might be able to find a really good balance.
The one thing I'm learning this year is don't throw too much at it in between every race. Make a small adjustment. Doesn't work. Make sure it's something you can take out at the track and then keep running.
That's a good idea. That's what a lot of people should be doing.
Yeah.
You don't want to be making huge swings at the track, unfortunately.
Because even if it does work, you don't know which change you made worked.
And you're not wrong.
I hope not.
Our next question here comes from Michael McElroy. I've heard Pinder has got experience with interviewing people. Can he go into some detail on what that's all about?
So before I started racing in real life, I was big into iRacing. I still am. I love it. Saturday nights, we have Super Saturdays where we have 60 cars in a lobby. All 60 make the field. And we run nothing but super speedways. And there's it's all controlled by Twitch. So if you want a caution, you have to use Twitch points to throw it. You can black flag people in Twitch. You can make them go a lap down via Twitch. It's all just chaos. And it's such a fun break from the seriousness of iRacing where you just enjoy it.
Yeah.
But one of the segments we have is Pinner interviews. So we'll pull some random person in the race from Discord and we'll ask them questions completely unrelated to racing. And completely inappropriate questions you shouldn't be asking.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, check us out. Race Affinity on Twitch. It's a good thing, man.
We will leave a description, or we'll leave a link to it in the description on YouTube and on all podcast platforms, so you guys can go check it out for yourself.
Yeah, it's the iRacing thing is what gave me the push to actually do this in real life.
Was it?
Well, I ended up spending so much money. I had triple monitors, full Fanatec setup.
Oh boy.
Everything ready to go. And I'm like, I have thousands of dollars into this. I could do this in real life for the same money. No.
Yeah.
No. It's much more expensive.
I know. That's what I keep getting told now. I have a partial sim rig over here, actually off to my left, that I can just slide out. All I have to do is remove my my keyboard holder, set my keyboard up there, slide it underneath here, and I'm good to go iRacing.
Nice.
And you know what? I've been having so much fun with it, actually. You're right. I'm finding now I'm actually able to understand a little bit more of what these drivers are going through in a race.
I can say the actual being in a race is totally different.
Yeah.
But iRacing helped me be able to see when a wreck's coming.
Yeah.
100%. If you see someone you know is a little sketchy and they're throwing it 3 wide, okay, I'm lifting off. You guys have fun.
Once you guys clean yourself out, I'll just take I'll take 3 spots there.
Yeah, you're gonna wreck. I'm gonna pass you anyway. So,
and that's it, right? No, honestly, you're right. You don't get the feeling like you're on the track, but you do get the. I'm finding I'm starting to learn more of the racecraft. You're right. Pick up on someone's gonna wreck in front of you. What I'm getting really close to being like running with the top guys in the group I'm in. The problem is that I'm just there, but I'm trying to figure out how now to make them slip up without me touching them.
Yep.
What can I do to mess them up so they miss their corner and I can get underneath them to take the spot without hitting them?
Yeah,
And
that's racing, right?
right. I'm trying to figure out that racecraft now. Like that's what I'm really working towards. Next question we got here is from Cheryl Caswell. What has been your favorite part about your racing career so far?
So we went out the first night at Laird, and we have a quarter second rule in qualifying. So if you qualify and outrun your lap by a quarter second, you're DQ'd. So I didn't qualify because I'm still learning this car. I don't want to go out there, find more about it, and then DQ myself. So I started the first heat at the back of the pack, and by like lap 6 or 7, I was leading. And I'm like, okay, this thing's fast now. We got it. So won that heat race, went out the next heat race, started at the back, passed the whole field, won the heat race. And then I remember after the second heat race coming off the track, and Cheryl was there. Like, Cheryl's my girlfriend. My daughter Michaela was there, and everyone was just like ecstatic. We were celebrating more than the super late models did. It was like we won the Daytona 500, man. Like,
That's awesome.
we won the Factory 4 race. This wasn't a huge deal, but to us, it was the biggest thing that could have happened. And it was, I'll never forget that feeling, because last year I didn't win a race, and we tried so hard, but we didn't know what we were trying. I learned a lot over the winter on like what makes a car faster. And last year we were just guessing at things.
Yeah.
And so like coming into this year, I'm like, my goal is to win a 4-cylinder race. And then I won 3 in the first night, and it was like unbelievable. And yeah, I'll never forget that. We couldn't celebrate the feature win that much though, because I had to jump out of the car and then jump into my enduro car, and everyone's like standing over me with flashlights, like trying to get my belts on, get the wheel on. They're turning extra pace laps to get me out there. But it was probably the coolest night you could have racing, where you win 3 races, come second in your last one, and then your best friend driving a car that you own win the race. I don't think it'll ever get better than that.
No, I agree with you there. Going on to our next one from Michael McElroy. What's your end goal for racing? What's the realistic dream to get to?
I don't know if I have an answer for that one, John. Like,
That's
everyone's always talking about moving up. And right now, I'm having so much fun where I'm at. I'm not too concerned on moving up to a faster car. Like, I'm going to spend realistically 20 grand to build and have my own modified, because that would be where I'd want to go, would be a modified.
Yeah.
To run half a second a lap faster than I'm running right now. I don't get it.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have an end goal. I'm just enjoying every minute of it. And I've got that advice from a few other racers that are older and like retired now. They were like, don't rush it.
Yeah.
Just enjoy what you're doing, because it's not going to get any better.
No, sadly it won't, right? Like, it's the way it is.
Like, I could wreck this car next weekend.
Yeah.
And I won't be devastated, because I have 2 spare ones ready to go in the back.
You know what? I love the fact that you have a spare ready to go.
Yeah. we're ready, man.
So it should be. Our next one comes from Daniel Pendergrass. Mr. Chris Pinder, what training have you done to complete such a feat? I kind of feel like there may be drinking involved or something.
I mean, like, I've been asked this question a few times. Like, have you done any training to prepare for this? And I'm like, no. Like, what do I need to do? Like,
run a half marathon, drink 40 gallons of water the night before the race.
Make sure you have to piss like 30 times a day. I feel like every time I strap in the race car right now, I get in there, I'm like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom now. But no, I haven't done much training. It's mostly just been prep, just making sure I have anything that could break with me. That's my biggest thing. Because I don't want to end up down there and be like, "Okay, I can't find a fuel pump now.
Yeah.
What do I do?"
Yeah, that would be the biggest thing is going down there without a part that you need and you can't find it anywhere down here.
I'm sure there's guys in the racing community that would help out. There's been a few that have reached
Absolutely.
out already. There's quite a few guys down there that have been incredibly helpful to me. Met the guys from Lowball Racing last year, Mike
Yeah.
Edsel and the crew at Varney, and they are just the friendliest group of guys. I love
Oh, yeah.
them.
They're good. They're a cool bunch there, from what I've heard.
Yeah. That's another track I want to give a shout out to. I wish we could have included it in the 4 race run. I love Varney. It's so fun. We go try to run all the enduro races we can there.
Oh man. You know what? Varney's a great track for how tight it is. But I'll say this, turn 4 scares the living crap out of me, and I'd never even wheeled a car around there. But turn 4 scares the crap out of me.
So Dane's first race in the car that we built from this past winter was at Varney this spring. And I was coming up on the lap 3 or 4 times, and I would watch him pancake that wall coming out of 4 every time. And I'm like, how are you doing this? But it's a fun place for sure.
Oh yeah.
But who knows? Maybe I'll like Peterborough or Delaware more after this weekend coming up.
Right. And then now you have more of an excuse to come back down in October for Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to.
They're perfect.
That's happening.
Never mind that, Rick. Forget I said anything. Our final question comes to us from Dylan Sherrard. I'm assuming that's how it is.
Yeah, that's his name.
Who are your biggest competitors at your home track?
So this is a tough question. The obvious answers are going to be Dylan Sherrard and Chris Viotto. They're like all 3 of us have equal cars. I think my car might be a little better, but I think they're better drivers.
Yeah.
They've got more experience. But right now, Chase Wilson is down there running the 4 cylinders with us.
Is he really?
Yes. So, like, some guys are complaining. I think it's the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I'm out there racing against one of the best drivers to come out from our city. So it's going to be those 3 will be my answers. Chase, Dylan, and Chris Viotto.
You know what? I didn't even know that Chase had actually moved down from the super late down to the 4-cylinder class.
No, he's still running his super late.
He's still running, but he comes out and plays with you guys with
100%. And just like, I remember because they invert us after qualifying.
Yeah.
So it was me, Chase, and Chris right at the back of the pack, and I'm like, I could beat him. And then I watched the moves he make to get to the front, and I'm like, why didn't I think of that? He's such a smart racer, man.
Oh yeah. I chatted with him for a little bit last year on the show, and the same deal. Like I was able to sit there and go like, holy crap! Like he knows what he's talking about and he knows what he's doing.
It's almost a little intimidating when you're lining up next to him. You're like, what am I doing?
How did I get? It's that social media sound. So I'm going to tell you how I got in this little predicament here.
Exactly. Yes.
Or like, you're wondering how did I end up in this situation?
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
But that is going to wrap up our Tailored to You Medium Design fan question period. We got to thank everyone for submitting questions. And of course, we've got to thank Chris for taking the time out of his night to answer those burning questions for you guys. Of course, we do have to thank Tailored to You Medium Design for being the presenting sponsor of our fan question period. And make sure you guys go follow her on Facebook and Instagram at Tailored to You Medium Design. We have actually a few things cool things coming at you from Tailored to You Medium Designs over the next couple weeks. We got some new tumblers coming out, so keep an eye out on the Joe Media socials for those updates. But going back to our conversation with Chris here, I'm excited to see how well you do over the next week. I'm going to be keeping a close eye. Friday I'll be watching on Rogers TV because thankfully as far as I know, it should be airing on Rogers TV on Friday night. I will be watching you guys because I want to see how well you do night number 1. Saturday, Sunday, I will definitely be keeping an eye on Race Monitor for you and listening along on track tune if I'm able to, and hopefully we hear your name cross the start finish line at least once
It'll
to say that
cross
you're
the
the
start
winner.
finish line. Will it
So I'll
cross the
just
start
say
finish
the
line
winner.
at first? Oh, I did it again. There we go.
It's all good, man. It happens. Uh, Honestly, man, I'm very happy. I'm very proud of you for trying to do four tracks in a row in 4 days. Um, I think it's a feat that we have not seen in racing. I'd say at least 30, 40 years since at least the 90s.
I don't want to say I'm the first to do it, but as
You're,
far as I know, I'm the first to do it.
for a mini stock, I know Donovan or not Donovan, Dan Price just did 6 races in 6 days in the States.
In the States, never
In
in
the States,
Ontario, right?
not in Ontario. But I know I can tell you it's probably been, and for anyone who's listening who knows their stats, if anyone has competed in 4 races in 4 days at 4 different facilities, let us know. That may be a question to win some tickets later on. Because we are going to be doing a giveaway coming up soon. So that may be the question, and that may be the answer is who's competed in 4 races in 4 days at 4 different facilities. You may be our giveaway answer.
It's Chris Pinder.
There we go. Look at that. Someone's gonna win tickets to a race here coming up soon. So, um, Chris, I know this journey is not gonna be easy. I know it's there's a lot of unknowns that may happen. And I know there's a few sponsors on your car, and I'm sure you'd love to give them a special thanks. But I'm going to give you the time now. I'm going to give you the floor for the next few minutes to thank everyone and anyone from a family relative from the 1800s that you know about that was famous way back then.
The
Um,
dog. The dog. I got to thank the dog, right?
you got to thank the dog, even a future dog that you're thinking of getting. You know what kind it is. You already know what you're going to name. You can thank that as well. Um, but yeah, and of course you got to make sure you throw in your sponsors there because they're the ones who are going to be helping you out. So the floor is yours for the next few minutes, man.
Okay. First and foremost, I have to thank my dad. My dad is my biggest supporter by far, like bar none, no questions asked. He's let us turn like our shop that we're supposed to be working on heavy equipment in to like a full blown race shop and never complained once. Like he's at every race. I remember taking those checkered flags and I could see him and all his buddies in the stands just going nuts. Like he is by far the biggest help I could ever have. Secondly, I got to thank Zalewski Concrete and Construction. They heard I was doing this, running the 4 races, and they chipped in quite a bit of extra sponsorship money to just help fund the trip down there. Construction Equipment Company, Martin Valakat, he's one of the owners. He's coming on the trip with us and part of the crew. So have one of your sponsors coming down there with you for the adventure and working in the pits is going to be a good time. Kelly's Parkway, they're here in Sault Ste. Marie. He's been a great sponsor of mine. Last year, he ended up donating a tire machine for us so we could swap all our own tires. I think he was kind of getting sick of me coming there and asking him to switch them. But that was a huge help. I know I'm leaving people out here. Renison Well Drilling, they've been super helpful to me. Can't thank them enough. Caswell Concrete, they've been great. I ended up with an amazing group of sponsors, and I can't say enough about them.
And
then
that's good.
Cheryl Caswell also, because she did not sign up for this life. She didn't know that this was going to be a 7-night a week in the shop every night working on cars thing, and she has been a trooper through all of it. Never complained once. So
it's always good when you got a spouse behind you who's supportive of your craziness.
yeah.
I feel you on that one. Anyone else you want to thank?
Dane Lorenzo. Dane's been down in that shop with me, swapping motors, doing everything. And you couldn't find a crew guy like him if you wanted to. He's always got a smile on his face. He's always willing to help. He's amazing. Dylan Connolly too. He helps out. John Demert, he's in the pits with us. Again, no knowledge on racing, but that guy can fix anything he puts his hands on. He's great. I feel like I'm missing people still. Yeah. I'm sure I'm missing someone. I'm sorry if I missed you.
Honestly, it happens, man. Like I said, I do appreciate you for jumping on board with us. It's been great for talking with you for the last little bit about the craziness that you're about to ensue. We wish you nothing but the best. It's going to be a hell of a ride. I'm here. I'm going to be excited watching it. And like I said, man, I hope to see you be called the first one across the line at one of these events this weekend.
Laird and Peterborough are the two shots we have at it, I feel so.
There we go. Where can they follow you on social media to keep up to date with this racing venture?
Okay, so up until recently, I was posting everything on my personal social media, which is Chris Pinder on Facebook. Go ahead and follow me. I've recently made Pinder Construction Racing, which is what our team name is. So anything I post will be on there as well. Chris Pinder 14 on Instagram. You can check me out there. Yeah.
All right.
I'm new to this social media thing. I'm really trying hard at it, though.
You know what? I'm glad, even though my business model is around promoting drivers, I really like to be able to see when drivers are able to take their promotions into their own hands, because I'd rather see them take care of it than have to outsource it to someone else. That's the way I look at it.
I found there were a lot of people outside of the city and a lot of people that couldn't make it to the races that wanted to know what happened.
Yeah.
So I try to give a week, like every time I run a race, I'll try to give an update on exactly what happened that night and then end up over romanticizing it or something like that.
As you racers typically do, you guys are bad for lying to the public about how your race weekend went. But no, man, like I said, I do appreciate it. I'll be making sure. I don't think I'm following your racing page just yet, but I can tell you this much: as soon as we're done with this conversation, I will be heading over there and giving you guys a follow and a like, so I can keep up to date more with your racing ventures up there at Laird Raceway.
Yeah. One more shout out.
All right.
I got to give a shout out to my daughter. She's at every race with me, and she'll be mad if I don't say her name on here. But yeah, just kind of want to show her you're never too old to chase your dream. So,
you know what? And that's the good thing, is that no one is ever too old to chase a dream. And, like I said, I'm excited for you. I'm proud of you, man. And I do thank you for taking the time out of your night to chat with us here on the True North Racing Podcast.
Well, thank you for having me, man. It's been a blast.
No problem. Well, we'll be chatting with you once again in a couple weeks, because we do have to have a recap about how the week went. We will discuss timing for that after your week of hell here. But yeah, man, thank you for taking the time out of your night to chat with us on the True North Racing Podcast. That is going to wrap it up for us as well. Thank you to everyone who's listening to the True North Racing Podcast presented by Driving with Hailey. Thank you to Taylor TU Media Design for bringing us our fan question period. And of course, we got to thank you, the listeners, the viewers, for all your support. Make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, and comment button if you guys like what we're putting out here. But anyways, man, we're going to get out of here. Usually I have this a little bit different, but we'll see you guys next time on the True North Racing Podcast presented by Driving with Hailey. See you guys.
Thanks for tuning in to the True North Racing Podcast. Be sure to follow us on social media for more racing content and updates. You can find Jomo Media and Promotions on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and at jomomedia.ca. Until next time, keep your engines running and your belts tight.